guys. Okay, so some of you know I've been on a feat to eliminate some Dunkin' from my life. Not because I don't love Dunkin', it's just got a lot of sugar, trying to be a healthier me. Also, it's just a lot of money when you go every day. So I have figured out the cold brew that I like and how to make it, so I'm going to show you how to do that today. I will say that if you like your coffee like sweet and creamy with a little bit of coffeeness, this is perfect for you. And if you like your coffee a little bit stronger, I'll tell you how to do that because I adjusted the original recipe. So, some supplies that I have, right? Coffee. Awesome. There's also a measuring utensil in here, right? This is a 2 tablespoon scoop. It actually came with my Keurig when I first got the reusable cups. Go recycling and all that goodness. So 2 tablespoon, right? A mason jar, which I believe this mason jar is, let's see, it says 28 ounces, right? It looks like every 4 is a indicator. So, 28 ounces, right? 28 ounces. And then you will need a pitcher to hold your cold brew. Okay. So what you do is you get the mason jar and you fill it with water. And now I fill it all the way up to that 28 ounces line. Okay. 28 ounces of water. So you can see there's a 24 line here, and then there's a tiny little, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little tiny notch there. Okay, then I tried to measure it out just in case you didn't have a 2 tablespoon thing. I mean, you could use just a regular tablespoon, but it's 6 tablespoons, or this is a half a cup. So you can see the line here. It's like just a little bit shy of half a cup. If you like your coffee strong, I would suggest to do the whole half a cup or 8 tablespoons. Otherwise, I do 6 tablespoons, and you can see I just poured it right on top, right? So the little coffee grounds are falling to the bottom. Great. Then the next thing you want to do is take a lid to your mason jar, right? So don't be like me. Get a mason jar that doesn't have a hole in the top because it's craziness. But then I shake it. Right, so now I do this at night, this whole routine usually, doing it during the day today because that's when I had time to record this video, but, so I do this, set this in the fridge. If your mason jar is like me and it's actually one of the cups, make sure you put something to cover the lid so that hole isn't exposed. So I just put saran wrap over top of it. If you are a normal person and you actually have a mason jar, you can just put the lid on, put it in the fridge, let it sit overnight. Some people debate whether it's like, it's got to sit for 30 something hours or 24, or, I don't know, whatever. People say a lot. I've Googled and found a lot of different things. I'm going to let you know that I let mine sit. I make it usually around the same time I'm cooking dinner. Like if I'm cooking dinner and I'm waiting on something to cook, then I just kind of utilize that time and I make a mason jar full of cold brew. I stick it in the fridge, and then the next morning, if I have some time, I pour it into my cold brew pitcher. I will say sometimes I've let it sit for longer, just because I didn't have time or whatnot. I have seen no taste difference. I would assume that if it sits in the fridge for like more than like 2 days, that you're probably going to start seeing a much stronger, coffee. But otherwise, just know that overnight is totally fine. Don't complicate it. You don't have to set a timer. You don't have to like write when you put it in the fridge. Just mix your coffee and water, put it in the fridge. When you're done, when it's the next morning, right, you need one of these, just like a mesh metal strainer, right? We picked it up at Walmart. It's like $4 or something. This video needs to be like in a thing where you can see the counter. So then I take this guy and I just put this mesh thing on top, and then I pour the whole jar right into it, right? So then this catches the grounds, coffee goes in here, and I'm ready for cold brew. For anybody doing Weight Watchers out there, usually International Delight, like even the pre-sweetened flavors, are, I think they're 2 points for a tablespoon. So I usually do 2 tablespoons of creamer in my coffee. Obviously it depends on how much coffee I'm drinking, but it's nice to have a 4-point coffee instead of 13 points, which is my coffee at Dunkin'. So that is how you can make cold brew. If you have any questions, let me know.